Oh man. Making this video, it's not even about thoughts I'm having while I'm riding. I'm just making this video just to simply say white folks have lost their minds. I'm serious. Like, it's these two incidents within the last couple of days. Not even all white people, just old white people. They have lost their minds because there's two incidents that happened in the last couple of days that proved this fact to me. The first one was one I saw last night. It's a video that's going right. It was on World Star Hip Hop, but they removed it, but now it's still on YouTube. It's called Angry Teen Snaps on Hardcore Man. Old man. Now it was a black kid snapping on the old man. When I first saw it, you saw a black kid, like, mouth wide open snapping at an old man. That was a screenshot. So I had to see the video, see why would this kid be disrespectful. Until I saw the video, I realized it was the other way around. Now the white guy, older white guy, was real disrespectful. He had been disrespectful ever since the video started. And all the black kid did was ask the older white gentleman, did he flip him off? And the man said, yeah, he did, and just started having a profane-laced tirade about the kid walking in his backyard. And now the people live in like a subdivision. Like, if anybody lives in a subdivision or know people who live in a subdivision, you know that those subdivisions have like a central pond where like a lot of people gather to fish or just chill out or whatever. So this man was talking about the kid was in his backyard, trying to be disrespectful, walk through his yard, telling him he needs to go on the effing streets and stuff like that. And then he threatened to shoot the boy's dog and all that. And then all during this while, the kid was being real respectful to the old man. I mean, he wasn't trying to mouth off to him or anything. Then the old man out of nowhere just called the kid a typical black. And I was like, where did that come from? That had nothing to do with anything. And so the black kid, he brushed that off, and the old man still going on, and the young man still being respectful to him. And then this man decided to take it to another step, and he gets in the boy's face and he puts his hands on the boy. And the boy asked him, please don't put your hands on me, sir, because he told him straight, he said, don't put your hands on me, he said, because I will beat your behind. And he told him, he said, I'm from Texas. And the old man, like, I don't give a F where you from. And then that's when the black boy went, as we like to call, nigga, or as Boondock said, he had a nigga moment. So, and then during this whole time while he having this nigga moment, the white guy who was all big, bad, and tough started looking oh so scared and confused, because you know how you watch cartoons, and like when one cartoon character gets mad at another one, they get all big inside, and the other one start looking puny and weak. That's how it looked. And you can straight see the fear in the white man's eye. And then the kid, like, pushed the old white guy. I mean, he pushed this guy far. It's like he pushed him to the edge. He's pushed him to the edge of the pond, and they got a good 15-20 feet from there. That looked cartoony too, but it was funny. That man deserved it. And honestly, with all due respect, the man is lucky, because the kid really could have hurt him. Because this kid, when I say this kid was big, the old black man was about a good 5'8". I mean, old white man was about a good 5'8", 5'9", maybe 160. This kid was about 6'2", 210, 220 easy. I mean, this kid could have did some damage to this old man. And the thing that old white man need to understand is, this is not back in the day. This is not the day of segregation where if a black man puts his hands on you, he going to jail. White people, older white people, you need to understand this. You can get hurt by some of these black kids out there. Some of these black kids do not care. They have no respect for life at all. They're already killing each other out there in the streets. What make you think they're not going to kill you? You're a white person. They've been taught to hate you already off top. But I say big respects to this kid for trying to do the right thing. And honestly, that white man was lucky that that kid was very respectful, because had he not been, he could end up dead. Because I know a lot of kids out here, especially because a couple of my little cousins, they wouldn't have even gave you all that what he gave you. Y'all can check that video out. I'm gonna put the link up in the description box. And another incident I want to talk about, white people losing their mind. This is radio host, nationally syndicated. I don't know how. His name is Neal Boortz. They claim has one of the top 10 listened to radio stations, but I ain't never heard of him. His show is based out of Atlanta, and he's talking about how thugs in Atlanta have overrun the city of Atlanta, which they have, you know, because they say Atlanta is very bad for getting your carjacked and other things. Now, I will agree, but then he went on talking about, so we have these urban thugs, yo, which then let me know he was talking about black people, because whenever you say yo, that's synonymous with the hip-hop culture, which is also synonymous with black people. So he said yo, and then he went on telling people they need to get a gun, telling folks, preferably white folks, they need to get a gun, they need to learn how to use that gun, they need to have training for the gun and a permit for the gun. And I was okay with him until saying, I'm like, okay, I understand that. And then he said, and we need to see some dead thugs littering the streets of Atlanta. And I was thinking to myself, like, so not only are you sitting there, you took a shot at black people, young black people, but you're also saying that people need to take the law into their own hands and kill innocent people. Now, what if some trigger-happy white person is out there in the middle of the night and a young black kid who's dressed in hip-hop attire, whatever that may be, comes up to you and just simply wants to get some direction somewhere? Because you know Atlanta is the South, you know people in the South, we do stop people we don't know and ask them for directions. It's part of Southern hospitality. But I digress. And then all of a sudden, they just simply tap you on the shoulder for directions, and you shoot them because it's late at night and you thinking they're gonna rob you. Then that's a race riot started in Atlanta. And then two, I'm also saying this, Neal Boortz, you had to be the biggest fool to say that in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you know how many black people stay in Atlanta, Georgia? Do you know the damage that can happen to you, man, off that stupid remark you made? Like I said once before, white folks, white people, this is not the 1950s or the 60s. Black people will hurt you. They will really hurt you if you give them the ammunition to. We're not afraid of you anymore. Stop living in those good old days where if I can say whatever I want to say to a black man, he got to, nah, man, you will get hurt. And I don't mean just hurt like black, I'm talking about broken bones and maybe even possibly death. You will get hurt. Leave the younger black generation alone. These kids are not playing with you. These kids are all the way live out here. They got it on, as they say in the street, they got it on their mind. They got it on their mind. They not nothing to play with, man. Sitting there trying to say some stuff to provoke them to hit you. They're not gonna hit you, they're gonna shoot you. So instead of getting a lawsuit, you got a funeral. Serious white people, y'all need to calm down. Cause y'all gonna end up becoming an endangered species if y'all don't quit. And I'm serious. That's all I got to say.